Welcome to TV station of 易经风水 Weixin TV. We are serving you the most professional and informative news of Weixin Shengjiao. Every Monday at 11:30 p.m. current local time in Taiwan, Weixin English News will be broadcasted. Today is December 12, 2016. This is Fiona, serving you the news of new religion of the world, Taiwan Weixin Shengjiao of this week. The coming event 2017, tracing back the origin, spirituality in heart, one world, one family, Chinese Ancestor Associate Veneration Ceremony, is the 12th ancestor veneration of a Grand Dharma feast. It connotes a meaning of a well-rounded status. The goal of the veneration ceremony are tracing back our origin, appeasing the souls of the ancestors, fulfilling filial piety, aspiring blessings to the descendants of the 3 Chinese emperors and the human race, and breaking away from disasters. From 2004, the Weixin Shengjiao Chinese Ancestor Associate Veneration Ceremony Federation has invited many people of the Chinese ethnicity, clans of different surnames, Taiwanese chambers of commerce, and representatives from different working fields to participate in the ancestor veneration ceremony. During the ceremony, there are a variety of cultural performers to entertain the spirits of our ancestors and the saints. We welcome descendants of the 3 Chinese emperors to participate in this grand event. To understand more about the religious culture of Weixin Shengjiao, please watch today's Weixin Shengjiao feature story.
Hello everyone, Aμή陀佛. This is Julie. Welcome to watch today's feature story. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi established Tanjing Mountain Xianfo Temple, which is the headquarters of Taiwan Weixin Shengjiao, and set up branch temple in each city of Taiwan. Up to date, we have 42 locations, and each branch temple was designed according to Yijing Feng Shui principles by our founder Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi. Before went on Bodhisattva pace, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi served in the field of land surveying and measurement. Through years of working in a range of professional fields such as industry, architecture, lands, and urban planning, he accumulated plenty of knowledge. During this period of time, he traveled around the lands no matter sunny or rainy days and worked overtime with less sleep. Therefore, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi accumulated circumception, patience, and strong will, which established a solid foundation of helping people and to promote Weixin Shengjiao. Temple is a treasure place for Weixin virtuous fellows to find their Buddha nature, a stepstone to achieve Buddhahood, and also is a palace to preach Dharma. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi founded Weixin Shengjiao and led the Weixin virtuous fellows to overcome all obstacles and difficulties, and then had today's achievement, which students and disciples were deeply satisfied by learning Yijing Feng Shui. When drawing the architectural design of the temple, we must need to apply Yijing Feng Shui principles with completion of universal elements of heaven, earth, and humans in order to be integrated with harmony of people, building, and nature. Each branch temple have multifunctions such as reveal the doctrine of Weixin Shengjiao, spread and bridge Dharma, eliminate disasters, and protect Feng Shui geographic landscapes. Even though most of the branch temples are located in modern cities, but these are the peaceful places that can help disciples to reach the cleanness of their souls and let them feel secure and comfortable. Weixin Shengjiao has 3 benchmark architectural design. One is Tanjing Mountain Xianfo Temple. The others are the starting point of World Peace Taichung Branch Temple and Nantou Bagua Mountain Weixin Shengjiao at Trigrams Holy City. These geographic characteristics form 3 concrete bonds and have the harmony and magical effect of Feng Shui. The outside appearance is solemn and elegant, and the inner is white and peace. If you have a chance to look around, you will find everything has its time meanings, and the construction shapes are unique. Even some experts feel that they are just humble architects. We build a temple and to let people feel like to have a sense of belonging and for their inner peace. Because of the construction of the temple, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi broadens the scope of Dharma preaching and pleases more people to have deep faith understanding the Dharma of Weixin Shengjiao. In the meanwhile, Weixin Virtuous Fellows coherently gather together. Thank you for watching today's featured story. We wish everyone to be safe and happy. See you next week.
For this week's ritual information, routine rituals are held in every branch temple on the 1st and 15th day of a month according to the lunar calendar. We welcome everyone to participate in the ritual and to plant the blessings in your soul. Let's take a look at the ritual in Kaohsiung.
On November 29th, Weixin Shengjiao Kaohsiung Branch Temple held a light lamp blessing ceremony to pray for good weather and good fortune, requesting for peacefulness for the country, seeing the misfortune and obstacles, receiving the Buddha's grace on virtuous fellows who light lanterns. Weixin Shengjiao Kaohsiung Branch Temple prepared incense, flowers, fruits, and delicacy to make offering to Dharma Ram. Start up at 8 a.m. Chanters, guide ladies and gentlemen, recite the sutra, which are Wangchan Laozhu, Profound Sutra, Guigu Immortal Master Heavenly Virtue Sutra, the Sutra of Medicine Buddha, to invoke all divine beings to come down and praying for lighting up. To pray for everyone could be interested in self-cultivation, harmony, world peace, and broaden their horizon with wisdom as well as. The commentary of Thy Lamp's blessing is regarded as one part of Weixin Shengjiao Fundamentals Blessing Commentary. Each branch temples perform the commentary on each month's 1st and 50 days of lunar months, but also to achieve virtuous fellows' individual harmony, self-improvement, and a larger peace extending from the family to the whole world. Weixin News, Kaohsiung.
Take a break. We will come back soon. News on Weixin Shengjiao overseas activity. During November 27th to 28th, Masters of Yijing University led master's program students to Pingyang Province and Xining Province, Vietnam, to join a field trip with local virtuous fellows. They also participate in social service, including setting the Tudigong, background rights, and so on. Let's take a look.
Master Yuan Sheng led Yijing University's master program students went to Vietnam, and Vietnam Yijing Feng Shui class virtuous fellow went to provide services to Taiwanese companies and field trip. On November 27th, they went to Pingyang Province to provide services to Taiwanese companies. This trip, Yijing University's master program students went to Vietnam, and overseas Vietnam local virtuous fellows together attended the field trip. Master Yuan Sheng explained the feng shui principles and also explained to the students by using an actual factory example. Master Yuan Sheng especially advised the virtuous fellows about the importance of feng shui principles. Due to environmental factors, the early heaven and later heaven conditions, form and use have to apply simultaneously that need to base on multiple directions for long-term layout considerations. Taiwanese Business People Services Association followed the Grandmaster Yuan Chanshi's instruction and helped the factory to open from the time between 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. to find a solution for personal condition is at the evening sunset. To support these companies to have a smooth development and continue operation, that we need to protect ourselves, not to harm others, and to help others. Therefore, the virtuous fellows need to base on factory feng shui and the actual situation to give an appropriate allocation and arrangement. Following on November 28th, they went to a Taiwanese company in Vietnam's Xining province to help the first company to set the seed for deity of land and held the thing earth right, then help the second company to hold the groundbreaking right and to inspect and arrange the desk direction for the owner. Chiang Min Huang and manager Zhang of the Taiwanese company in the morning let all their employees sincerely offer the incense, flowers, fruits, and delicacy, gold and silver paper monies, Master Yuan Sheng and the virtuous fellows held the right to set the seed for deity of land. Following, Master Yuan Sheng inspected the manager's offices and arranged the desk, also inspected the front door direction and guided the actual arrangement of the factory. He reminded virtual fellows how to use the Wengong ruler to measure. He also indicated the house worth 4 ounces and the door worth 1,000 pounds of gold, and the proper usage of the Wengong ruler for feng shui space, and confirmed the method that shall be kept in mind, and not to affect the overall feng shui layouts. When the auspicious time came, Master Yuan Sheng and the virtuous fellows followed the owner and employee, went to the new location of the factory, and held the groundbreaking rite. Master Yuan Sheng carefully checked the offerings and praying statements, and also reminded everyone to pay attention to some details. They chanted Goigo Immortal Master Heavenly Virtue Sutra and merit dedication, and prayed for Buddhas, Bodhisattvas to bless and protect the construction to be completed safely. Around 12 p.m., Master Yuan Sheng, in charge of the Ding Earth Rite, and thanked the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas' grace mercifully to bless and protect the construction and everything to be completed safely. They also pray for good weather, country prosperity, world peace, the construction process to be safe and business prosperous. Weixin News, Vietnam.
Turning back to domestic news, Yang House Feng Shui is a scientific environmental science. When the condition of the environment is improved, people are safer, which transforms the mind and soul to a more stable status. Social service news. Weixin Shengjiao Zhanghua Xiushui Taiji Branch Temple launched the blessing ritual for the completion of the Village Gallery Center of Xiushui Town, Jinling Village, on November 29th. Take a look.
Xiushui Taiji Branch Temple, located in Xiushui Township, Jinling Village. The village head was Weixin Virtuous Fellow too. On November 29th, all citizens gathered together in new community center to join in Xietu ceremony. The village head invited Abbot Master Yuan Yao to join and please him hold purified rite for blessing the new building of community center. The rite was held in the morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Chanters used holy water to purify inner and surrounding of new community center, then chanted sutras afterwards. Senior citizens lighted incense to invite Wangtan Laozu, Weixin Emperor, Heaven Sent Mother, Bodhisattva, Buddha, and deities to descend to the altar for blessing. They chanted Guigu Immortal Master Heavenly Virtual Sutra, Wangtan Laozu Profound Sutra, Luban Immortal Master Sutra, Deity of Fortune and Virtual Sutra, to be thankful for the blessing of Bodhisattva that construction was successful completely. They sincerely pray that Bodhisattva, Buddha, and the deities keep blessing citizens, new community center benefits people, and have a harmonious society. Weixin News at Xiushui Taiji Branch Temple.
Take a break. We will come back soon. Elimination of disasters is the religious core value of new religion of the world, Taiwan Weixin Shengjiao, not only through religious rites, but also through the magnificent Dharma social service to realize the elimination of disasters in a spotlight area mindset. The masters and the virtuous fellows together apply the wisdom of Yijing Feng Shui in social service and make contributions to society. They hope for the best for every family. Let's take a look at the footage of social service, which includes recitation for the dying, moving into a new house, and so forth.
Virtuous Fellow Ye, the branch president of Kaohsiung Branch Temple, applied recitation for the dying for its branch member, Madam Lin of the Yang family. On November 22nd, the recitation group of Kaohsiung Branch Temple went to the funeral parlor to recite the sutra for Madam Lin. Recitation group of Da'an Temple on December 3rd went to recite sutras for a Virtuous Fellow's deceased mother, Madam Hu of the Chen family. According to the Amitabha Sutra, a virtuous man or woman who heard of Amitabha recite his name on the first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, seventh day, his or her mind would not be bothered. When the person is dying, Amitabha and all the saints would appear before this person. When the person dies, the mind and soul will not be contaminated, and the person can ascend to the pure and happy land of Amitabha. Therefore, recitation for the dying is helping the deceased to come up with positive energy in the name of Amitabha, clear the mind of the deceased from contamination, and help the dead to head to the pure and happy land. The merit is unspeakable, and positive ties between the recitation group and the deceased is noted. Master Yuanxing of Tainan Branch Temple on November 29th hosted the moving-in house ceremony for the Zhang family in Xiaying, Tainan. Upon hitting the good time, the master followed the rite, spread salt and rice in the house for purification. Then, the owner of the house piously invited Wangshan Laozu and Shentian Shangdi to their house to secure their safety. Everyone who went to the ceremony carried an object and entered the house yelling, "Great fortune!" to bless the owner. When everything is arranged, the master and the owner invited the deity of the kitchen to the kitchen. Then they pan-fried peanuts with sesame oil, a signification of great fortune for the family. The ceremony ended as the rooster crowed. Lecturer Renpu of Zhonggang Branch Temple went to inspect the factory, in-house, and yang-house for the Virtuous Fellows. At the end of November, he went to inspect the landscape and made plans for the construction of a factory. He also went to choose a better sitting within a pagoda for a believer's deceased father. He also went to inspect the front door for the believer's young house. Every day he was occupied by Dharma affairs, but he sincerely wished the best for the Virtuous Fellows. Lecturer Yuanpu then on December 1st inspected the feng shui of a new factory owned by a Virtuous Fellow. He improved the arrangement of the doors to fit the feng shui principles. The negative energy in the hall, which was caused by the angles of the walls, was also dispelled. He also adjusted the office desk for the owner. We wish the owner best and make great fortune to benefit society and take care of more families. Weixin News.
For news on branch temple activities, let's go to Tucheng Anxin Branch Temple to take a look at Chinese painting lesson.
Weixin Shengjiao Tucheng Anxin Branch Temple gives a lecture on traditional Chinese painting. Tucheng Anxin Branch Temple invited Secretary General of Traditional Chinese Calligraphy and Painting Association, Teacher Chen Liling, gave lecture on traditional Chinese painting to Weixin Virtuous Fellows on November 19th. The traditional Chinese painting lecture was hedged up by Master Yuan Gan's interpersonal relationship and Master Yuan Cong's full support. The lecture successfully started after Teacher Chen's confirmation eventually. In the past, the Chinese traditional painting named as Danqing. It means traditional painting art in the general way. It is one of the four arts of the Chinese scholar, zither, Chinese chess, calligraphy, and Chinese painting. It contains fresco, embroidery, ink painting, carved stone, ceramic painting, and so on. We can see it is broad and extensive. From above once, ink painting is the most famous one well known by people. Calligraphy and Chinese painting are often discussed together since masterpiece often presented by ink painting as majority and supplemented by calligraphy in poetry. Teacher Chen pointed out that Chinese painting is the essence from thousands of years art history. Such mesmerizing art has to be passed on to future generations continuously. We could see the disturbing society existing in nowadays. People's heart is panicked, people's soul is empty. So she hoped that her experience on learning and teaching ink painting over the past 30 years can help people purify their soul and heart. Even if it is just a little change can be affected. We hope the society can become better than before. Therefore, the theme of the lecture is to purify our mind. Teacher Chen introduced plum, orchid, bamboo, chrysanthemum, the four major plants we painted on ink painting, and started with bamboo to focus on how to paint it with different composition, color gradient, vigor of stroke, and so on. She taught it step by step to reflect the essence of the nature, human beings, and the relationship in a pure and harmonious, mesmerizing beauty. Weixin News, New Taipei City.
Thank you for joining us today on Weixin English News. Every Monday at 11:30 p.m. and every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. of Taiwan local time, we will be serving you the most detailed news of Weixin Shengjiao. Wangshan Laozu bless you and your family. See you next time.